There it is, in the distance. Hidden behind fog and mist and snow. It is the gem of Skyrim. The College of Winterhold. I traveled all this way to gain its knowledge. I'm gonna have to wait at least one more day. I need some room to get out of the cold, and the college is closed, so I'll have to get a good night's rest and go in tomorrow. Frozen Earth. Looks like there's not much of a town left. We're getting to the where it gets too cold.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor
You look worse than I feel.
I've already corrected it for future
Excuse me?
This is why people have a problem.
Excuse me, I need
Say
a...
the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Yes, please.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend.
It seems a little bit, the drinky drink and whatnot.
He owes his tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes.
Why is he running a tab, then?
Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then.
Oh yes, quite fine. My
You
accommodations
mean the
here
inn or
continue to be
Winterhold?
just what I need.
Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the
Are you
least.
referring to
Most
your
folk
other
packed up
customers?
and left years ago.
No, everything is
A
quite
few of
right.
us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living.
I see. Well, let me know if things
All right,
That
then.
there's an accident at the College of Winterhold and some kind of avalanche, and they blamed the College of Winterhold. You know, it's a kind of a natural event, but they thought it might have been magical. So, yeah, maybe if I help them out, the townsfolk will paint a better picture of the Mage Guild.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. You're right.
Are we running low?
What would my forefathers think
No,
if they knew
we
I
the
wasn't
men
paying
don't
my
really care
debts?
so much.
Tell Har and
Let's
I'll
just
bring her
keep
the
an eye
gold
on the
I
smell.
owe.
It's such a
Yeah, yeah.
shortage stock.
I suppose that's a benefit to having so few customers.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking.
Well, I'm already getting the negative
We may
vibes
not
of the
have as much to
college
offer as
already.
Whiterun or Solitude, but we'll do what we can to make your stay a pleasant one. Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them. Until next time.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it's a little heavy for me to carry. I'm gonna go ahead and you can have these back, buddy, old pal.
Trying to have a quiet drink here, all right? It's not like there's anything to do here but drink anyway.
Man, what happened to him? Huh. Dagger, huh? I thought she was joking. He called him Dagger.
You should take more care leaving things lying about. Here. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. Though even that's dried up some. Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right? I wondered if I could ask a favor of you.
Basically best friends now.
It's about Rand.
I do.
Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean. Well, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love. See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Isabel Rolane. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day. I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. That's right. College of Interval, just north of town. Hard to miss. Until next time.
Well, maybe, just maybe, if I help that wealthy patron get back on his feet and restore his lost love, he'll help rebuild the town.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
And if they rebuild the town, and I join the college, that will paint a good picture of the college, and maybe it'll help my transition through for my professors to be a little more patient with me and maybe teach me extra and not be too hard on me. Well, off to Riften then. Be quite a trip. I gotta get in, get out, because if I stay long, I'll probably get murdered.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
The city built on a lake out of wood. And my understanding is it's filled with overrun by mafia,
20 gold coins and all this.
the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild. And
Looking to stay alive? Why take a
so
chance?
if I'm looking for a thief, I've heard that there's a secret
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
entrance in these canals to a sewer system called the Ratway. And in the Ratway, the Thieves Guild is. And then maybe I can find more about Ranmir's long-lost love.
Jewelry with legendary
Buy some armor
Argonian
and live to tell about
craftsmanship.
I don't know if this is a good idea. We might end up dead. Better make sure to have my weapons ready. Good thing I'm a peach with a bow and arrow.
Skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far, we're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now. God damn you!
And point blank. Okay. You have to rely on some of my spell power. Good thing I know a bit about spell casting to give me an edge at the college. But though I want to be a magician, I do really miss the good old-fashioned hunter's skill. There's gotta be some kind of way to get over there. Kind of secret entrance. Like they were staying down here a while. There it goes. I don't know if that was the right thing. I might end up just never finding the Thieves Guild and dying down here. I don't even have any lockpicks. It's a close one. Place is booby trapped. Skeever. Food. I don't know how long it's been here though. Like all kinds of maybe.
Here we go.
Oh no. It's a pretty good pit spider. I got my foot snapped off. Hello? Crazy. There's the well from the town center. Super wary now. Man, shot that guy in the back of the head. This guy's tough. Crazy. Beggar by Revan. Islav Errol was the last of a litter of 5 born to the queen of the prosperous Nordic kingdom of Erlgard. Lapri Kopa and her husband, the king of Erlgard, Yitlof. During pregnancy, the queen had been more than twice as wide as she was tall, and the act of delivery took 3 months and 6 days after it had begun. It is perhaps understandable that the Laprecopa elected upon expelling Eslov to frown, saying good riddance, and die. Like many Nords, Yetlof did not care very much for his wife, and less for his children. His subjects were puzzled, therefore, and he announced that he would follow the ancient tradition of his people of Atmorov, following his beloved spouse to the grave. They had not thought they were particularly in love, nor were they aware that such a tradition existed. Still, the simple people were grateful for the little royal drama, alleviated their boredom, which was and is a common problem in the more obscure parts of northern Skyrim, particularly in Wintertide. I wonder if that's the precursor to Winterhold. He gathered his household staff and his 5 fat, balding little heirs in front of him, and divided his estate. To his son Yiplof he gave his title. To his son Lenu he gave his land. To his son Solibud he gave his fortune. To his daughter Leifrita he gave his army. Yitlof's advisor had suggested that he keep the inheritance together for the good of the kingdom, but Yitlof did not particularly care for his advisors, or the kingdom for that matter. Upon making his announcement, he drew out his dagger across his throat. One of the nurses, who was rather shy, finally decided to speak, as if the king's life ebbed away. Your Highness, you forget your fifth child, little Eslov. Good Yitlov groaned. It is somewhat hard to concentrate with blood gushing from one's throat. After all, the king tried in vain to think of something to bequeath, but there was nothing left. Finally, he sputtered irritably. Eslov should have taken something, then, and died. That a babe but a few days old was expected to demand his rightful inheritance was arguably unfair, but so Eslov, Errol was given his birthright with his father's dying breath, that he would have nothing but what he had taken. Since no one else would have him, the shy nurse, whose name was Druspa, took the baby home. It was a decrepit little shack, and over the years that followed, it became even more and more decrepit. Unable to find work, Druspa sold all of her furnishings to buy food for little Eslov. By the time he was old enough to walk and talk, she had sold the walls and roof as well. They had nothing but floor to call home, and if you've ever been to Skyrim, you can appreciate that it is scarcely sufficient. Druspa did not tell Eslov the story of his birth, or that his brothers and sister were leading quite nice lives with their inheritances, for as we have said, he was rather shy and found it difficult to broach the subject. He was so painfully shy, in fact, that whenever he asked about questions about where he came from, Druspa would run away. That was more or less her answer to everything, to flee. In order to communicate with her at all, Eslov learned how to run almost as soon as he could walk. He couldn't keep up with his adopted mother at first, but in time he learned to go toe heel if he anticipated a short but fast sprint, and heel toe if it seemed Druspa was heading for a long distance marathon flight. He never did get all those answers he needed from her, but Eslov did learn how to run. The kingdom of Erelgard had, in the years that Eslov was growing, become quite a grim place. King Yevna did not have a treasury, for Soybud had been given that. He did not have any property for income, for Lenu had been given that. He did not have an army to protect the people, for Asipra had been given that. Furthermore, as he was but a child, all the decisions in the kingdom went through Inlap's rather corrupt council. It had become a bureaucratic, exploitive land of high taxes, rampant crime, and regular incursions from neighboring kingdoms. Not a particular unusual situation for the kingdom of Tamriel, but an unpleasant one nonetheless. The time finally came when a tax collector arrived at Druspa's hovel, such as it was, to collect the only thing that he could, the floor. Rather than protest, the poor shy maid ran away, and Eslov never saw her again. Without a home or a mother, Eslov did not know what to do. He had grown accustomed to the cold open air in Druspa's shack, but he was hungry. May I have a piece of meat? He asked the butcher down the street. I'm very hungry. The man had known the boy for years, often spoke to his wife about how sorry he felt for him, growing up in a home with no ceilings or walls. He smiled at Eslov and said, "Go away, or I'll hit you." Eslov hurriedly left the butcher and went to a nearby tavern. The tavern keeper had been a former valet in the king's court and knew that the boy was by right a prince. Many times he had seen the poor ragged lad in the streets, sighed at him the way fate had treated him. "May I have something to eat?" Eslov. This tavern keeper, "I'm very hungry. You're lucky I don't cook you up and eat you," replied the tavern keeper. Eslov hurriedly left the tavern. For the rest of the day, the boy approached the good citizens of Erelgard, begging for food. One person had thrown something at him, but turned out to be an inedible rock. As night fell, a raggedy man came up to Eslov, and without a word handed him a piece of fruit, a piece of dried meat. The lad took it, wide-eyed. As he devoured it, he thanked the man very sweetly. "If I see you begging on the streets tomorrow," the man growled, "I'll kill you myself. There are only so many beggars we of the guild allow, and any of the town." "There's a beggars guild?" "This is the origins of the thieves guild. You take one too many, you're ruining business." It's a good thing Eslov Errol knew how to run. He ran all night. Eslov Errol's story is continued in the book Thief. Dang it! Now I'm gonna be... I won't know. Okay. go? Down here, maybe. But that could have been the origins of the Thieves Guild, is the... Oh. That might be in the Thieves Guild. The Reagan Flagon, huh? That's a regular old, tavern down here. Barkeep?
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's... Sure. How about you mind your own business about it? And I won't have to get Dirge to toss you into the cistern.
I guess there's nothing unusual about a tavern in the middle of the sewer system.
I have no business with you. Who's asking? Not him again. He came nosing around Riften a while back, making a lot of noise about me. He was persuaded to leave before he found me. Funny. I'd have thought she would have gone back to him by now.
That's his long lost love.
She came through a while
Or
ago.
maybe not.
To know where she could get her hands on something valuable. Anything, really. I told her it was a bad idea. That she wasn't cut out for what would be necessary, but she wouldn't hear it. So, I gave her some advice, pointed her towards Hobsfall Cave, and that was that.
Hobsfall's Cave?
Last person who made trouble for Veckel ended up with a smashed head. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something?
No, that name would scare anybody.
Yeah, I think so too. You're pretty smart. Hey, here. Have one on the house. Until next time. Stay
You'd better
out of
have
trouble,
coin to
or
pay
there's
for your
gonna be
drinks.
trouble.
There's no handouts here. Is someone there?
I can figure out what I'm gonna do.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it sounds like someone from my hometown. Name was Jason Statham.
I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. I assumed you were here to see me about your face, to have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face?
Good. I'm okay with, I'm alright with me. I'm not the best looker, but I'll take...
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
Last person who made trouble for Veckel ended up with a smashed head.
Ah. Well, at least I won't be crazy finding the Thieves Guild again.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Well, I have a name. And here we are, Hobsfall's Cave. That's not a good sign. Hopefully she's still alive. Get back to Winterhold. Well, that's not her. Oh no. Oh no. My dearest Ranmir, by the time you receive this, I will be gone. I know that it is wrong to mislead you, but I didn't want you to prevent me from going. I know it's been hard on you, on both of us, struggling to survive. Hate to see the look in your eyes every time you think about how little the two of us have. And I know you're too proud to ever say anything, so I'm going to make it all better. I've talked to my friend Vex, and she's given me some advice. I know how to get something that will allow us to live happily, without ever worrying about the money ever again. I love you so much, Ranmir. You mean the world to me, and I only want to see you happy. Worry not, I'll be home soon. Isabel. Yep, the Thieves Guild, the guy from the Thieves Guild basically, or I think it was the gal from the Thieves Guild, sent her to her death. Well, the least we can do is avenge her. Is it undead or they're bandits? It's like the undead. Unless they got some necromancers hold up here. It looks like this cave is overrun with necromancers. Oh man. Man, right to the face. Yeah, if they tell the Mage College about this, they'll thank me for clearing out some necromancers, that's for sure. That was a good shot. Go come from. Man, this is not good. this is messed up. Wonder if X knew. Ugh. Get me out of here. Oh no. Need some healing magic after all this. Steal the crystals. Man, so many traps. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to fight magic with magic. Should be impressive anyway. If I can defeat them with magic, it'll make it easier for me to get through College of Winterhold. Oh man, it's messed up. This is messed up. How do I get out of here? I need to let the Winterhold, the College of Winterhold, and the City of Winterhold know that they have a necromancer lair right outside of their city. Kind of secret passage or something? Gotta be a way out. Where am I at? Oh, okay. I gotta try to find a way upwards, not downwards. I think I sense the wind. Okay. Get me out of here. Ugh. Well, not much that can be done.
Be careful.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact.
Unless it's gold for another round of drinks, I don't want to hear it. A what? Don't you go pulling my leg. Give it here. This is really from her, isn't it? Did she really run off and do this? For me?
I understand.
By the 8. She's dead, isn't
You mean
she?
by the 9?
What of it?
It's all my
It's
fault.
our inn, and they cause him no harm.
I have some thinking to do. Thank you for this.
I don't know how it's his fault,
Well,
but
then he's welcome to
she
eat.
seemed to go off on her own. Well, I don't know if that actually helped or not. That
Unlike some folks here,
might have actually put us some bad graces with the town if he leaves town and doesn't rebuild it, but at least I brought him some peace of mind, and you know, and he doesn't have to wonder about his wife. To the college.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
I'm ready.